All right, we're taking a look at NVDA again. So today, 134, 2.3% so far on Wednesday, July 10th, 134.38. Highest close ever for NVDA was at 135.46, somewhere right here. And I know highest print we have 146.76, 140.76. That's where we had a pretty big candle and 3 day of a selling, 15% pullback ever since we consolidated here. Well, I thought it could break down or just chop around, but we did break out. But it's not like a clean or high volume. It's just very low volume, drift higher, and 146, 140.76, 141 give or take. Okay, I'm going to be watching this level as a double top. Again, if you're somebody who is trying to short these names that are in a melt-up mode, well, summer may not be the best time, and low volatility, low volume could be also not the best time. And at the same time, if you're trying to long, and if you're trying to go long with short-dated options that were working summertime, springtime, it's not working out right here, right now, in the past month or so, a few weeks especially, because the theme is like this. The IV, it moves pretty big. Like, look at this move, right? It moves pretty big, and it just slows down by bringing down implied volatility. And as soon as it has these type of moves, unusual outside of its average true range moves, or market makers are going to sell calls. So today, if we take a look at the option activity, since I trade a lot of options, I cover options a lot every time we look at the basically like simple price levels of any stock, because that's what underlying is. Basically, that's what the derivative, whatever you want to call it, has been moving these 5-6 names that are large cap, ultra large cap, $1 trillion large cap stocks: Meta, Amazon, Google, Nvidia, Microsoft, Apple. These are the $1 trillion names. They may be TSM and Tesla, Eli Lilly about to join to be trillion, but they are right there. Broadcom. But these big, large names that are filtered out by the largest cap have been running the market. And it's partially done by basically owning the share. And as soon as stock tries to push, you can see today both Nvidia and TSLA. One way of me looking at it, I don't have any software that would filter out if people are buying or selling calls. I just have Trade Flash on Thinkorswim, where I just take a look at, keep an eye on, like, basically every minute what orders are coming through. So today, let's, like, one example, right? I see TSLA 275 call being sold for this week. So stock has gone up pretty crazy, and you can see for the past 7-8 trading session, Tesla has not had any red day, and today is up also. But you can see somebody selling a little bit outside of the money, where it's 2 more days, right? Thursday, Friday left, and they sold 275 calls for almost $150,000, 4,600 contracts. And it's somebody who owns shares, and they're just trying to capture that move. Basically, what they're saying is that Tesla will not close above this price act, basically 275, and they're seeking to collect that premium, and they're seeking that premium will go to zero and basically decline for them in order to capitalize. You can also just chop around. It doesn't have to go down, as long as Tesla does not. You can even push higher. As long as it does not close above 275, they will collect $2.99. So, and I have been seeing many of those orders for NVDA every time it has been trying to uptick, because that's what people who own shares do to collect premium, and then with that collected premium, keep buying stocks. That's what market makers, that's what a lot of funds do, and that's how they have been getting cash, right? So they don't sell the position, they keep selling calls that will expire. It's just like selling premium insurance. And then after realizing those premiums, they can go ahead and buy shares and rinse and repeat, keep doing that. You can see all these outside of the money calls that are for Nvidia, especially if you're looking at the short terms. There's 100% sells, but even long terms that are very outside of the money, far outside of the money, are sells as well. And of course, I'm not saying that there are almost everybody naked sellers, but anything that has delta of let's take a look at right here. I'll show you in a bit. Anything that has delta of 0 to 40 or maybe even 60, institutional traders, they don't buy those, they sell them. And you can see today by the volume, of course, there are buyers as well, but buyers typically buy close to the money or in the money. Not many. I'm not saying that there are far outside of the money call buyers or far outside of the money put buyers, but it's generally not the practice, okay? You can see where the 0 to like 60, how much of the volume traded, almost like 80% of the volume traded at that range, which means I'm assuming that a lot of these are basically spreads and just naked sells. You don't have to own shares to sell contracts. You can do credit spread, so it could be a bunch of credit spreads as well. And you can see in the money maybe only 7% of the flow that came in, but that does not mean that you have to be trying to short or long Nvidia. But just by looking at today's action, you can see there's certainly twice more call volume being traded, and we still have 2 more hours. 1.9 million calls being traded and only 1 million puts being traded. That means there's a lot of call activity going on, and I will be watching for Nvidia to possibly push towards, this is the resistance that we have right now, because that's where the big volume came in as a selling volume. You can see these price levels, and wherever it's trying to drift higher, it's a very low volume. Again, it's just purely driven by option markets, and I'm going to be watching this 140 as a resistance. And if it and also in terms of shorting, I'm not someone who shorts a stock anytime stock is trading above its 5-day, 20-day moving average, and when these moving averages uptrending. Of course, when these moving averages downtrending and stock slips below certain support levels, like last time I was watching 118, if it would have cracked 118, I would be surely shorting it all the way to 50-day moving average, but it didn't happen. So right here, right now, neutral to bullish, and you don't know how far it's going to go, especially when stock is sitting at its highs, all-time highs or near highs, and you don't want to be the one who will find out. You want to let market to find out what's top, what's bottom, and then join the trend. So that's the update. I hope it was entertaining or helpful, but see you in the next one.